So in response to my video yesterday about weather, it was pointed out that I didn't include all the details about all the weather that's happened on at least the last 3 PBPs that I've been on. For instance, it was pointed out that in the last edition, the 84-hour start, which I was on, had different weather, particularly at the beginning, than the 80 and the 90-hour start that started the day before. They had actually a pretty hot day to start. We had kind of a cool morning and got going with cooler temperatures. We also got rained on more at different times during the ride. And I remember in 2011, we got rained on a lot the first night. Whereas the 80 and 90-hour riders who had gotten going about 12 hours earlier weren't underneath that storm cell when it came over us. Also, in 2015, I went back and looked at the records that my GPS unit had kept during the ride, and that first night the temperatures got down to around 45. That was the coldest that I saw. It's a little colder than I mentioned in the video. And as I mentioned, the European riders seemed to deal less well with that than the American riders did. Not really sure why that is. It gets cold over there just like it does anywhere else, but they did seem to have more of a problem with it. So point is that, yeah, there's a lot of variation in weather depending on what time you start. You're going to be riding through different pockets of weather, maybe warm one day and not as warm the next. The storms, at least in the last edition in 2015, weren't huge widespread weather events. They were more localized kind of cells floating around. So if you happened to be underneath one, you'd get rained on. If you weren't, then you obviously didn't. Lots of variation in weather, and my recommendation, again from the video, is watch what's going on, look at the temperatures, look at the chance for precipitation, and plan your wardrobe accordingly. And as I'll get to in a future edition of PBP tips, don't pack too much stuff. Look at what's going on and decide how much stuff you want to pack on your bike and haul around the entire course. So that's just an addendum to yesterday's video. Next time we'll delve into a new topic. I'll be back on the bike and we'll talk some more about other things to think about as you're preparing for PBP 2019.